account management. That's where the coin is. Okay? All this other stuff is, you know, you're creating new opportunities, you're putting seeds in bare ground. Referrals is going through the orchard. Because all you've done is picked one tree. Now you're asking, can I have access to all your other trees? Because there's a lot of fruit laying on the ground here, lady. Who owns that tree? Give me his name. Who owns that tree? Give me his name. So referrals is the end of sales. Okay? So, I don't want to say in closing because I'm going to open up a couple of some questions here. Sales, order making, and order taking. Order taking, we can put any ad up. Anybody can walk in here. 25% training, we're done. Order making, if you don't have that book memorized, if you don't have that, if you don't professionally take that course, so play guitar because you're self-taught, or have a professional guitarist teach you how to play guitar. If you've never gone that far, a self-taught guitarist after 40 years is spectacular. But in the beginning you're not. You have to go professionalize yourself in whatever. So sales profession is a book, is a certificate, is a diploma, and whenever possible, teach that class because it'll only reinforce the little you know or the lot you know. Just teach it. That's further certification because it is very basic. What do you want? Let me tell you what you need, which is the hardest thing about sales. What do you want? Let me tell you what you really need. Because now I'm going to jam my opinion down your throat and I could screw up the sale. You want a Coke? Well, you're kind of fat. You sure you don't want a Diet Coke? That's what it's going to come across. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to, you want a Coke? Great. Have you tasted any of our Diet Coke products? Because I'm not going to say you're fat, but have you tasted any of the Diet Coke products? Say, no, I don't like those. They taste horrible.
No, I don't like those. They're
Really?
horrible.
Wow. Tell me which one of these is the Diet Coke. There's two there.
That one.
That's the Diet Coke?
Yeah.
No, that's the real Coke. The other one's the Diet Coke. Would you like a Diet Coke?
Sure.
It's all scripting. That's all it is. I'm going to guide you to the best answer that is best for you, even though you don't know it. To do that, you have to have the right script, the right understanding of what the reaction is going to be for somebody who you're going to give them what they want when they actually want the wrong thing because they can't afford it, or they want the right thing but they just have too much damn money. Say, hey, all you really need is this, you know, because you want to sell them honesty. You want them to like you because you're not going to sell them anything. They're going to buy from you, and they can pick anyone they want in. They can, even though they have all the money, they can still buy the craziest thing anyway. But they're going to appreciate that you tried not to take their money. Now, this is the person I'm going to data mine. Say, hey, how many friends you got that are going to need the same thing? Oh, this person, that person, that person. Great. You have a mind? Give them a call and just let them know I'm going to be calling them. Can you just open the door a little bit for me? So that way it's not cold when I call them.
Mm-hmm.
Or on the day that I do want to call them, can I call you and then can we do a conference? And you just say, hey, Mary, you know, I got Cisco here. Hey, say hi, Cisco. Hi, Mary. I'm just driving, but Cisco's going to call you back on your line. Is it all right if I give you him your phone number? Because I just bought a great house from him, and I know you're looking for a house. Do you have a good real estate agent? You do already? Great. Well, listen to Cisco anyway. Have you signed? Not yet. Well, listen to Cisco. All right, Cisco. Good luck. You hang up. That kind of referral. Now it's my job to sell her girlfriend. I don't want you to sell anything to your. The fact that you are so happy with me and your girlfriend trusts you, and everything you ever sent her has never gone wrong, she's gonna say, really? All right, let me talk to him, because I'm not really happy with the other guy. He never calls me, he never returns my calls. Oh, you're gonna like Cisco. I was gonna buy that $10 million house. You know what he sold me? He sold me a $7 million house that was twice as good and better location than the $10 million house. The other guy was trying to, jam down my throat. And he offered me both houses. He offered me the $10 million house and the $3 million house. And you know which one he recommended? He recommended the $7 million house. So I know you're looking for a house. This is the guy you got to talk to. I'm just listening on the phone. I'm just sitting back. You know how many times people have, you know, I've got a call from somebody that was a referral from the city official, and I say, hey, by the way, the city official's got to approve people, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you, you know, it must be approved by the city. Hey, dude, your number's on speed dial with the city official. He's the one that gave me your number because I was trying to find people, and I was having such a hard time. I know you're qualified. The city official that wrote my violation gave me your number. Okay. Got it? So, the point that I want to make now, and I'll conclude here, and if you guys have any questions, education is what tells me whether you're qualified or not. Either this is a hillbilly barbecue or you've got a gourmet trailer serving high-end food. Okay? I don't want anybody here overstepping. You know, you're either an underqualified technician or an overqualified technician or an underqualified manager. If you're an underqualified manager, that means you've taken some sort of testing of some kind, okay, and you're just not good at it yet because you need more practice. An overqualified technician is somebody who talks like a manager, wants to be a manager, wants to be something, but never goes and takes the books or reads the tests or does anything to be. So they kind of know everything a little bit on the other side, but they've never really got it down to a science. And a piece of paper that says you've passed the test with an 80 or whatever the minimum requirement is. So you can't be a professional salesman without reading the book. You can't be a manager in this company without reading a book. Okay? And then at the end, I will always make you go get the same certification that we push internally. I want you to go get it externally. We're going to go to 30. And then we're going to be jumping to 300. If you don't have the external training, you will not be invited to run the horses. You know what I'm saying? So go get your pilot's license to fly the four-seater. But as soon as we stop flying the 747s, guess what I need you to do? Go get the advanced training course on 747s, because there's a career change coming for you, but you got to fly 747s. Otherwise, I don't want to hear any crying. I don't want to hear, oh, I almost have this, and I almost have that, and I'm doing a great job on this, and I'm doing a great job on that. You, in sales, the first thing that I'm going to hear from you is complaints about the word no, and that tells me that, you know, whether or not you have the certification, you read the book, you really don't understand it. So I'm just going to help you get out. Because I'm not doing anything wrong, you just don't get it. And you're in the wrong place. Otherwise, you can be a horrible salesman, understand the book, and we just need to practice with you more, just get you, you know, more practice. You'll be spectacular. And there's no ceiling limit on sales, as you know. On the management side, guys, we got supervisors, we got office managers, we got general managers. I guess what kind of managers we have. It's really about workflow and making sure that the people that, and as I told you, Sarah, this morning, I'll tell you, we got to tell our kids how to behave. But every now and then we keep forgetting, mommies got to be taught how to behave also. And what is the system of having kids? So mommies have a way to behave, and kids have a way to behave. We got to teach both. And that's why it's very important that we had this as a class. You have a daughter, which I know you don't, but you have a daughter. Daughter call you by your first name or mom?
Mom.
Okay? So if you're in any position of power, it's Mr. or Mrs. Cawley. Your entry level, what's your name?
Thomas.
Tom. How do I know you're growing in this company?
You start having to pronounce my last name.
What's your last name again? What is it?
Sanasardo.
Okay. So you can always have an avatar. Remember that name I was looking for? You can always have an avatar. Mr. C, Mr. S. I don't care what they call you. Mr. Pony. I don't care. As long as there's a Mr. there and a Miss there. Why? Because if you don't let your daughter call you by your first name, Sarah, and you're in a position of power, there's going to be a dress code, and there's going to be a conversation code here, because it's only going to get the respect. You've spent a lot of years here getting that. Don't lose your title. It's Ms. Cawley. Got it? And then only when people have the same grade as you can they call you Sarah privately. Otherwise, it's Ms. Cawley in front of all the other people. And it's one of the greatest things is when you start becoming Mr. C or Mr. S. Got it? So it's not, remember, it's right out of the book. If at home you don't call your dad by his first name, you call him Dad, you call him Mr., and all your friends come over. Do all your friends come over and call your mom, hey Mary? Or they call, hey Cisco's mom, or they say, hey Mr., Mrs. C, Mrs. So all the friends that come over, you know, do not call my wife by her first name. Alex's mom, Mrs., you know, that respect has to be earned and you have to maintain it. Otherwise, what's going to happen? As soon as you let people call you by your first name, you're a personality manager and you're going to lose. Because what do I have to do to untrain you?
What do you have to do to untrain me?
Yeah,
Nothing.
nothing. How hot? Am I an expert at nothing yet?
Everyone's nice.
Every person coming in for entry level, are they an expert on that? At doing nothing?
Yeah.
And collecting a check? So they already come prepared for you. You have to train them on their way of behavior, and you have to train yourself on your way of behavior. All these things come out of a book. Got it? You want to grow in this company? Book. That's the key that opens a lot of the doors to a different level. Everything else is entry level. You asked me yesterday, where are you at?
Entry level,
What part? What side? Kitchen or front room?
kitchen,
You're not in the front room too?
both,
Both. Where you want to focus on though?
kitchen,
But where are you helping me for now?
front room.
Both, right?
Yeah.
Right? But you're gonna major on something, and as soon as you stop majoring, you say you're gonna major in the kitchen, right? The back end. Are you ever gonna be in the front, or only under an emergency?
Yeah. Only in an emergency.
Right.
manager in the
So
back.
your focus is the kitchen. Only in an emergency, yeah, you've got basic training to help cover the front. But otherwise, if the bells are running smooth, guess where you're gonna be most of the time? All the time.
In the back.
In the back. You guys got that? All right, let's open it up to questions and then we'll kill this video. That's the training. Questions? Since day one. Don't all be shy.
Well, honestly, you've answered every question as you've talked about things because you've gone into a lot of detail.
Okay, so I've gone into a lot of detail. I trained quite a bit and I understand. So I had two choices while I was here this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I could have pounded the phones and made money, or I could invest into education. Which is more important to me?
Education.
So 25% of your weekly activity is called continuing education. You're either gonna proving that your current education is perfect and you know what you're doing. And so a lot of times your current education is actually performance verification is education. Got it? And that will account for your 25. Okay? In some cases, it's going to be advanced training, advanced education, but it still makes up only 25% of your week. And that is you're actually teaching class that is performance verification of other people. That is education. So you verify that you know what you're doing, or you're watching and verifying other people, they know what they're doing. That's called education. The last one is going to be future. It's going to be, advancement education, because you're part of a career path. And you want to make, in this company, $12 to $17, $17 to $27, $27 to $37. So, fry guys make 12 to 17. Burger guys make 17 to 27. And the cashiers make, cashiers into managers, right?
27 to 37.
And why is that?
More training.
More
So,
knowledge.
12 to 17, you know everything about fries. 17 to 27, you know everything about fries, and you know everything about burgers. 27 to 37, you know everything about cashier, numbers, hires, fires, office. 27 to 37. That's how simple it is, guys. If you want to know what it is, you got to open your mouth and you got to start getting part of the training program. Otherwise, can we fit you in and give you a spot number that you're making? Sure we can. Put you in a little box. At a daycare center, where would we keep the unruly kids? Running around, pulling hair, or
In a box.
in a box, right? All the other behaved kids are running around and being polite and sitting at their little chairs. Where do you put the unruly kids? So career people are where? In the box or outside the box?
Outside,
Non-career people are where?
in the box.
In the box. Treat them nice. No spitting at them. All right? No throwing toys at them. But they've chosen their place. Do not let unruly kids outside because they're going to be jealous that you are off leash and that you have the run of the place and you come and go as you please and you're well behaved. Got it? The analogy is simple and the program is available to all on the service side and on the sales side. I'd be more than happy to share with you just what that means. But if you haven't read a book, guess what I'm not going to spend time talking to you about?
Sales, management.
Numbers. Crack a book, because once you crack the book, you'll understand my hierarchy, and to get to the various hierarchies, now you'll ask me, so let me define how many of these are considered the fry activities, how many of these are considered the burger activities, and how many of these are cashier management activities, so that way I can properly understand how I'm going to certify each and every one. We're looking to expand in the next 3 to 5 years, and depending, you can go corporate or you can go independent. So if you go corporate, that means you're going to be inside, and it's usually 3 to 5 years you'll be corporate, and you'll help us open up a ton of these all over the country. If you want to go independent, that means you found something and you want to go open up an independent office somewhere for the inspection sales sides of things, or you want to go open up a service-based activity anywhere in the country. We're going to franchise. We already have our franchise document, so anybody that's in is going to have a clearer path to franchise than somebody out trying to get in. But all of it is going to go through the training program. We do have websites and training videos already online, ready for you to start grabbing some of these things, and we're building the 10,000 square foot facility up in Lynn. So if you're going to be part, you're going to visit Lynn and spend most likely your final time training the 1 month up in Lynn in order to get whatever certification you're going to get towards the final. Otherwise, everything is going to be online training. We're going to try to have like a Phoenix-style Farscapes University where you train online, and then you look for opportunities anywhere in the country to go and do whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? So in some cases, if you're on the service side of things, you may have to go to the corporate side to go do some of the things that you are very good at. Got it? To open up a satellite somewhere or whatever that may be. Okay? So, with that being said, I think I've covered quite a bit. I want next week already to start as a review. You need to set a time aside because I've got the video here. We got the video here. You actually need to take these videos and watch them again.
Sure.
Okay, that's if you're going to be part of the career. Otherwise, if you're not part of the career, you don't have to watch these videos. We'll just tell you what things you have to do, and you have to do them. No opinions requested. We'll have a system that you'll follow. So this is again part of the career, and that's what's called nights and weekends and Mondays and Fridays. Those are all the opportunities for training and learning. Okay, so we can go into much more detail as soon as you start cracking some book. Otherwise, don't worry about cracking a book. Don't worry about watching any videos. Don't worry about making anything, because we're going to put you in the box, and we'll just make sure that we have some sort of professional system that proves your 50 donuts. That's all. We want to make you happy. We want to make sure that you're just doing what needs to be done, and we're not gonna push you to be more than you can be. We're just telling you that there's opportunity, but you have to get out of the box. And to get out of the box, you got to know your ABCs. Otherwise, goo goo gaga, diapers in the box. Okay? Questions? A lot of information. Guys, a lot of information, okay? So we'll call it there. Thank you. It's good class.